So here's our ingredients for our gluten-free quiche. I'm going to be using the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pie crust, and we are going to use butter that's going to be put into the pie crust. And then for the ingredients in the quiche, we're going to have Parmesan and Romano cheese, 1 onion, 1 red pepper, salt and pepper as always, silk cashew milk, and like I always say, you can use whatever milk you like. And then we have extra large brown eggs. I'll probably use about 10 of those. Okay, so the first step is to make the pie crust, and what I've done is I have cut up the butter into cubes, and the butter has to be ice cold. And I have some ice cold water here as well. I put some ice cubes in it just to keep it really cold. And we're going to add the mix in. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the cold water in slowly and just cut the pastry with the fork. You can also put it in a food processor, but I'm just going to do it with a fork and knife to blend it. So our pie crust is now prepped, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap it in parchment and plastic wrap, and I'm going to refrigerate it for 1 hour. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pepper and my onion, and I'm going to cut it up and dice it and saute it to get it ready for our quiche. Okay, so there you have the pepper and the onion all diced up and ready to go. And what I've done is I've been preheating my pan with a little bit of, probably about a teaspoon of butter and a teaspoon of coconut oil. You could use anything you want. You could use just the coconut or just the butter or even olive oil. So I have that preheated, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the peppers and onions and get them cooking. So we have our peppers and onions cooking in the pan, and what I've done is I've added some salt and pepper because you always want to season every layer of the cooking. So I'm going to season the peppers and onions with the salt and pepper, and then I'm going to actually salt and pepper the egg mixture as well. So we're going to let those cook for a little bit longer. They've been cooking about 10 minutes now, and we'll probably go for another 10 minutes until they almost get a light golden brown. Okay, so there you have the peppers all cooked and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the heat off, and I'm just going to set those aside and let them cool. So the crust is all done now. What I've done is I rolled it out, and I did an oval shape because my pie plate had broken and I haven't replaced it yet, so I'm going to use an oval sized dish, so that's why it is an oval shape. Okay, so now I'm going to get the egg mixture ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crack the 8 extra large eggs into the bowl. So now what I've done is I've added some of the cashew milk. It's going to be 1 cup, and this is a 1/2 cup measuring cup, so I already measured out 1. So now I'm just going to add the second, so that'll make a full cup. So now I'm just going to add the cracked pepper, and I would say that's probably about 1/4 teaspoon, and salt, and you can use any salt of your choice, and just use the amount that you prefer. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to whisk this all up until it's fully blended. So I added the cooled peppers to the eggs, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Parmesan cheese, and it's probably about 1/3 cup. And you could add it whatever amount that you choose. You could also use other kinds of cheese, cheddar, or whatever it is that you like. So here's our dough all in our pan, ready to go. I didn't get too crazy with a decorative edge. I just did sort of a little scallop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add our egg mixture right in there. Okay, so there you have the quiche ready to go in the oven. I added the egg mixture right into the crust. And what I like to do also is put it on a baking sheet, and just makes it easier to get in and out of the oven. I set the oven for 375, and I'm going to get that in there and get it cooking. So there you have it. There is our gluten-free quiche, ready to go for the week, for a quick breakfast or even a quick lunch or dinner. And if you like this video and you want to see more Make Ahead meals, just give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.